That's out of the way. So let's just. Oh shit, we're live.
Oh yeah, we are. I always because it doesn't. It always takes a couple of seconds. Hey, what is up, every? Oh man, I really wish we could redo this, but we can't. Um, hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to this little video that I'm doing. I make this video every year. It's going to be the possible WrestleMania 33 matches that I think are going to happen. Pretty much how this works is I just try to think about different scenarios that could happen for WrestleMania, and what happens is then I say this probably won't happen, and I come up with like a legitimate code. I didn't really explain it too well, but that's what it is. But also, I'm here with my friend. Introduce yourself.
I'm John. How are you?
He's just John because we're not doing the show. So
Yeah.
we're also going to give our thoughts on what's going on with WWE since we've stopped doing the show because it's off air right now because it's vacation from school. So obviously, now I'm gonna let you start off first because I pretty much, I do the What's Better Raw and SmackDown series on the CM Brothers channel. Well, thanks for remembering to shout out that channel on the Football Reporters. I actually forgot to remind you, but thanks for remembering.
You're welcome.
And I talk about 205 Live, but they haven't really, so they probably hear about me enough. They're like, they want me to shut up, so I'm gonna let you start, and then I'll kind of try to bounce back off you. You can start off with anything you want to talk about. You can shoot on the product if it's bad. You can praise the product. You can be neutral about it. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, how do I sum this up? I've thought Raw the past. Well, not in particular this week. This week was okay, but the last the two previous weeks, the day after Christmas and the 19th were hot garbage. They were just really bland, forgettable, not funny, painful shows. That's why I avoid them every year. As for SmackDown, I like what they're doing on SmackDown for the most part. I like the stuff they're doing with AJ. I like the stuff they're doing with Dean. I like the stuff they're doing with the tag team division. I'm very interested because now there's fragments of the Wyatt family with Luke Harper and Randy Orton. I want to see where that goes. Um, American Alpha are champs, which makes me, of course, happy. I'm interested to see this Los Matadores person is. I'm happy that Dolph Ziggler turned heel tonight. It finally happened, and I'm happy that it happened. Baron Corbin, I'm actually interested in seeing what he's doing. Is he going to be in the feud with John Cena, which looks like he's going to be after the match with AJ, which it's not going to be at the title, which just tells me that AJ's keeping the belt. And I don't know who he's facing at WrestleMania, but, well, I kind of do. I have an idea. I have that all typed up, but that's what we call a tease for later on in the show. As for the other previous weeks, I just think the storytelling and the overall entertainment value has been better on SmackDown than Raw. I thought it was just a mess, mainly a mess, and it's coming from their title pictures, in particular the Universal title, and the U.S. belt no longer exists apparently. Uh, Nick Foley's kind of a bumbling doofus again, and I'm sad about that. Bailey is number one contender, which I'm happy on that. That's a positive. Uh, Jericho and Owens are always great, but you know the list is the most over thing in the whole thing, not the championship. And I don't really want to see Rowan versus Owens again. But what are you gonna do? So that's my thoughts of WWE for this past about 3 weeks, fan.
I think we have about the same thoughts. I don't think Raw's been as bad. I think Raw, like the 19th episode, I thought was bad. That was bad. The 26th episode, it wasn't that great, but it wasn't bad. I don't know if it was really bad, but the problem with Raw is like it's very predictable. We see the same shit. It's the same shit every week.
Yep.
I think we've seen Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens like about a billion times. It feels like maybe it hasn't been a billion times, but it just feels like we've seen that match to death. And the whole Universal title doesn't have there's no storyline behind it. It's just them having matches every week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And by the way, Seth Rollins. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but God, what the hell's wrong with you? I think he's a bad babyface.
Lately, he has been.
Yeah, I think like he's lost a ton of momentum, a ton of steam, and he's just a guy now. He's not the man. He's not Seth freaking Rollins. He's just another guy on the show.
The problem is
And
now is because he's kind of in like what I've been calling it like career limbo right now, or booking limbo. He's not doing shit because of the Triple H thing, and he can't, and they want to save that match for Mania, so he's kind of in like career limbo.
you know what I hate? I hate the fact that Rollins cut a promo a couple weeks ago, and he said, "All right, so I'm going to go through Chris Jericho, then Kevin Owens to get the title, and then I'm going to go for Triple H." So wait, so Triple H is above the Universal title?
I don't really get that. Why does he need the Universal Championship to get to Triple H?
No. The champion's supposed to be last. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's how the babyface chase works. Is the champion is always the last guy to go.
That's what Daniel Bryan did. He knew he had to get rid of Triple H to get to the title.
Exactly, and that worked. It worked.
You got
it. Speaking of, you know what else was a bad babyface on Raw too? And I can't. And again, surprised I'm saying this. But Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm.
I should rephrase that. I don't think she's an awful babyface. I think she's a good babyface wrestler in terms of her matches and her ring psychology. But God, I miss the bitchy, overconfident champion in NXT.
Oh, definitely.
And you know what? People are saying like, well, we kind of already have that with Charlotte. We do. Yes, that's true. But if we're gonna keep Sasha face in personality, as she did as a face, well, that won't work because those are heel tactics. Well, Austin used heel tactics. What's wrong with Sasha using heel tactics? That's what I hate about babyface turns, because they just turn to smiling doofuses and they don't stick with what got them over in the first place. That's why the Randy Orton thing failed. That's why Seth Rollins, I think, is failing. That's why Sasha Banks is kind of floundering. Especially when she said, I lost to a better woman that night. I almost lost it. I wanted to put my remote through the television when I heard that line. So I'm like, you're supposed to be the boss. You're supposed to be, the best of the best.
You're not the boss anymore.
No, you're just a chump.
Yeah.
That loses a pay-per-view all the time.
And then one thing though I have liked I'm not saying this has been better, but the cruiserweights I think have been better. I like this new Neville.
Yes, I actually something I forgot to mention. I think Neville's been amazing. I think Neville has been a breath of fresh air into the freaking cruiserweight division. Because now, guess what? We have personalities in the cruiserweight division. They're not just ties under 205 pounds. They're actual people. Not to say that. Not to say the entire cruiserweight division is going swell. I mean, the Cedric Alexander stuff I'm sick of already. I got sick from day one. But I like the stuff they're doing with Neville. TJ Perkins, I actually surprisingly have turned on him. Brian Kendrick, of course, is always fantastic. I watched more matches with him. Great ring psychology in 2007. I'll say that much. And going up against Rich Swann, who I always thought was kind of he dances. Now he's got something to him now. He's got a little grit to him. But Neville's.
I don't know if you have watched 205 Live, but another good wrestler I'm enjoying is Jack Gallagher. I think he's great.
Yeah, I think he was really good in the Cruiserweight Classic, and especially and on the show he's really good because why? Because he's allowed to be himself, which is something I like to see in my.
I know you probably don't watch 205 Live because you don't. Because you don't want to waste your time, but one thing you got to check out on 205 Live is that gentleman's stool that he had with Alia Daivari. That is awesome. Okay. Mainly because it's Alia Daivari. I actually like the Alia Daivari Jack Gallagher feud because it feels like an actual feud.
That's not revolve around the title, which is good for me. That's why.
Like I said, I hate the Cedric Alexander Noam Dar feud. It's just like Cedric Alexander has way more potential than this. It's just like it's just dumb. I think I know where it's going. It's going to lead to I think it's leading to Alicia Fox turning on Cedric and going with Noam Dar because that's the only place I see it going.
Now,
because he's losing matches.
Now, I know that this is done poorly, and both these stories have done poorly. But this is if the Enzo Amore versus Rusev feud was done correctly. Where the creepy person that's going for someone's girlfriend and or wife is the heel.
I liked it at first, but then involving Jinder Mahal was weird.
Oh, what the hell is up with that crap? It's an insult to Rusev and Jusev for that matter.
Jusev?
If Rusev. Yeah, me, remember?
Oh.
Rusev.
And then Jinder Mahal. Look, why is Jinder Mahal even involved in this? It's just random as hell.
Because they needed a tag team partner for Rusev, and they couldn't find someone that's foreign. Well, from Russia.
I guess
Jinder Mahal. Kozlov for all I care.
Jinder Mahal, I guess, makes sense. I don't know. And then the whole that what's it called? The that segment they did, I forget the name of it now, with the what they did Jinder, and they had Bo Dallas and they had Darren Young.
The sensitivity training. Yeah, that was awful.
I hated that. I just hated that segment.
It was painful. It might be one of the worst segments of the year, and that's saying something.
Like,
oh my god.
It made me realize like how many fail cap, and I think Bo Dallas is like randomly a babyface now too.
I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
He's just randomly a face. He had no proper face tone. He's just a face now.
Okay, let's talk about WrestleMania.
No, there's one. I do want to talk about SmackDown because I didn't really get to talk about that. Like I said, SmackDown. Oh. If you watch my What's Better Raw with SmackDown series, in the last episode, which is the episode that's most currently uploaded on YouTube, I even said like SmackDown for the past 4 weeks now has been better than Raw, like way better than Raw.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's the other thing is if you ask me like what's the better show, which one I would pay to go see, SmackDown. And really, SmackDown has had, I want to say, maybe about a month worth of duds since the brand split. And Raw, on the other hand, has had, been treading water and kind of like going through the mud. I think the biggest reason for that is because it's 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying it since they first went to 3 hours that it's oversaturation, too long. You lose interest, and not a lot of people care.
I think it's going to step up. I'm hoping Raw at least steps up for the next few weeks because now you're going to have Goldberg there. At some point, you're going to have Brock Lesnar there, which is going to be kind of interesting to see Brock Lesnar. I still don't like him losing, Goldberg, but now it's a little bit interesting to see Brock Lesnar because this is going to be the first time we've seen him since he got squashed.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see the match again.
Yeah,
I've seen it
and
twice.
Then we have I actually kind of like what they're doing. I hated with another thing I hated about, because this is from this week and I have to rant about this. I understand like you want to make Braun Strowman look like a monster, but why did it have to be at the expense of Sami Zayn getting squashed? I know you probably don't mind it because it's Braun Strowman look like a monster, but like Sami Zayn like got squashed and he's just.
I am fully fine with building up Braun because that's the guy they want. They want Braun Strowman, and he gets a visceral reaction. He's up a babyface that everybody likes. And, we're building up sympathy for the whole thing. Now, this whole thing is for a payoff in which Sami beats Braun, or Sami eliminates Braun from the Rumble, which leads to a match which may lead to a match WrestleMania, which actually that idea just came up. That actually is not a bad idea. You remember that one, Owen? That if it's leading up to that,
yeah,
and it ends up with Sami, taking down a monster, then you know what? I am fine with it. In fact, how about this? Take the U.S. belt off of Roman Reigns and put it on Braun, and then have Sami Zayn win the United States title and have it really mean something on a big WrestleMania moment for Sami. It's an idea,
It's an idea.
In terms of him making his comeback. And if this is what it's going to lead to, then I won't mind it. But if it leads to nowhere and Sami Zayn is just, middling on the pre-show and not in the Rumble itself, then I will be pissed.
Yeah.
I will be pissed.
Like, Braun Strowman deserves to look like a monster, but not the expense of Sami Zayn getting squashed if doesn't lead to what you're saying.
Yeah, if it's not leading to the big payoff WrestleMania, what's the point?
Yeah. All right, so now let's talk about these WrestleMania. So every year I sit down and I come up with matches that could possibly happen at WrestleMania. Usually I don't come up with like a full card from beginning to end. I just kind of name matches. John's actually, I think, going to come up with a full card from beginning to end, I think.
Exactly.
So obviously the matches they have to cover is they have obviously the two times, because now this is going to be the first WrestleMania since the brand split. So they have, and let me just count the titles. I don't know if they're going to get every title on the show.
Probably
they have the Universal title match, the WWE World Championship match, the United States title match, which I don't know we'll get on the show, the Intercontinental title match, both the tag titles, the Raw and SmackDown tag titles, both the women's titles, the SmackDown and Raw, and the Cruiserweight. So that's 9 titles. You also have to get the Brock Lesnar match, the Goldberg match, which we assume, which will probably be in one match together, the Taker match, and probably Cena, which will probably have the same match. And obviously the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So I guess do you want to? So there's a lot of matches.
Like, you go first.
All right, so
I just want to create the card here.
I'm gonna I'll just name matches I think are gonna happen. So obviously with the cruiserweights, I don't expect the cruiserweights to have a big spot at WrestleMania. I think they're just gonna be thrown in like nothing. 3 things that came up to mind that could happen with the cruiserweights is I don't think they're gonna wait this long, but they could do Neville versus Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight Championship, but they're probably not gonna wait that long to do that match. That's probably gonna be at the Rumble.
At the Rumble.
And then, but another match they could do is this match would make some sort of sense, is they could have Neville face Sami Zayn for the Cruiserweight Championship, because they're both NXT pioneers, and you have Sami Zayn who could come out and say, "What happened to you, man? You used to be a person that somebody looked up to on NXT, and all of a sudden you turned into this now." And then you can have Sami Zayn beat Neville, and they have like a history before from when they fought on NXT, I believe now 3 years ago. So you could do that. But the match I think is actually going to happen is they're just going to be randomly thrown in in a ladder match. That's probably what's going to happen. I think they're going to get the ladder match spot.
That's what I just wrote down.
Huh?
That's what I just wrote down.
Yeah. And now for participants I've come up with, I don't know if you want to have. So you're probably going to have a lot of guys that can do a lot of high flying stuff in this ladder match. So I don't think Jack Gallagher is going to be in this match just because he's not that type of wrestler. So the guys I expect to be in it is probably going to be Neville as the champion, because I'd like to see, because having him hold the Cruiserweight Championship I think would be awesome right now. Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, T.J. Perkins, the Brian Kendrick, Tony Nese maybe, just because maybe Noam Dar and Drew Gulak, because you see them a lot, and maybe Arya Daivari. That's like a 9-man ladder match. I don't think they're going to do a 9-man ladder match. That's non-existent, but stranger shit's happen. If they were going to do a 10-man one, I'm trying to think of for somebody else that's in the Cruiserweight division. Mustafa Ali. I think he's an okay wrestler. He could probably work that type of match. Or you could try to squeeze Tajiri in this match, because he just returned tonight on 205 Live. So you could squeeze him in this match. Or if Austin Aries, because he is going to come back to wrestling, right? This commentary thing until he gets off injury.
Yeah, it's temporary.
So I expect him to come up. Or you could actually do something fancy and have Austin Aries face Rich Swann, who's for the Cruiserweight title. Have Austin Aries win the title, but that's probably not going to happen. You could have Austin Aries in this ladder match, because I know you don't watch 205 Live. They do kind of tease it every week. Well, Austin Aries is going to be in the Cruiserweight division, which I think kind of sucks for Austin Aries. I get he gives the Cruiserweight the name, but I think he's so much more talented than being in the Cruiserweight division. He should be in the mid-code to main event level, but that's just me. And then, so that's why I think would happen with the Cruiserweights. It's probably going to be the ladder match, and if it's with those competitors, I think that match would actually be a really awesome ladder match. And if I could have a winner, I would have Neville. And obviously it's someone, just because I like this guy so much and I think this would really push him, Cedric Alexander win this match. Or you could have Austin Aries if he's healthy in time, which he'd probably be healthy by then. So, then so that's the Cruiserweights. So that, and then we have the SmackDown Tag Team title match. that's kind of tough to say right now. American, I expect maybe American Alpha to go in with the titles. I really don't know who you could have go for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. You could have a call up from NXT like the Revival, but we've seen that match kind of already, and I don't think they're gonna. I don't think the Revival go to SmackDown. I think they'd be better off on Raw just because Raw needs the tag teams. You could do like a tag team. I don't even know what you. I legit don't know what they could do with the SmackDown tag titles. It's kind of
up there,
like, huh?
It's up there in the air.
Yeah, like you could like the Vaudevillains or Jobbers. They squashed Breezango tonight like nothing. Beauty and the Man Beast, I don't think are going to be a team because they've been kind of teasing dissension between them. All the Wyatts, I think the Wyatts, at least when it comes to Orton and Wyatt, are going to probably be broken up by then because since they lost the titles, that I have a feeling they have full intentions to have an Orton finally turn on Wyatt, which I think is going to be a Mania match, which I'll talk about later. So I have no clue what the SmackDown Tag Title match could be. I legit don't know. I know that's not a very good booking thing, but it's just tough to kind of say that right now. The Raw Tag Team Title match, I think, could be a match I'd like to see is Gallows and Anderson with the Raw Tag Team titles versus Enzo and Cass. That's a match I've kind of wanted for a while. Even though we technically got it at Hell in a Cell, I'd like to see it for the championships and Enzo and Cass finally win the titles. That match would be fine with me. I mean, I could see other matches happen, maybe a four-way with the New Day, with Kofi Kingston and Big E wrestling the match with Sheamus and Cesaro, Gallows and Anderson and Enzo and Cass, but I'm done with four-way tag title matches. They do it all the time at WrestleMania. Give us a one-on-one tag title match with Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass. I think everyone would be happy with Enzo and Cass winning because it's in Florida, NXT's old stomping ground. So that's the Raw Tag Team title match. And then obviously we have the women's title matches. For the SmackDown Women's title, I hear they want to do a lot of things. I heard Mickie James recently went to SmackDown. I'd like to see Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James. I think that would be a good one. You could do Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Bella. And John, I think, had that. He's looking at me like he had that idea. So
no, I haven't wrote that. I haven't written that down yet.
Or you could do a four-way match with. Or no, you could do a fatal four-way match with like Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Nikki Bella. But that's kind of like four faces versus the heels, so you don't want to do that either. Or you can have like a Natalya take Mickie James' spot if she doesn't come up to SmackDown. But the match I would like to see is the SmackDown Women's title match between Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. I think that would be great. Or you could do Becky Lynch versus Mickie James because I think they would want to get Becky Lynch on WrestleMania. But I also would like to see Alexa Bliss get a Mania payday. So that's then the Raw Women's title match. That's really tough to say because they only have 3 women. You could do a fatal four-way match with Charlotte Flair, Dana Brooke, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. I don't want to see that though. You could do a triple threat with Dana Brooke out of the match, which I think is the one that's going to happen. And you can have Bayley finally win the title. You can have Sasha win the title, or you can do a one-on-one match with Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title, which I hear they want to do that match. But for that to happen, Bayley would have to win the title at the Rumble, then win the rematch with Charlotte at Fastlane, since that's Raw's pay-per-view, and then win the title at WrestleMania. Defend the title at WrestleMania, and you could have either one of them win. But I would like to see Sasha Banks as work heel in the match, which probably won't happen. It would probably be a face versus face. So those are the women's titles. And then we have the U.S. title match. Probably going to be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. I don't know. I don't see any other match. Or they could do your idea, Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn for the U.S. title. The U.S. title, I think Roman Reigns is going to walk into Mania with the U.S. title, and either he's going to drop it or he's going to retain it. I would like to see him drop it to Braun Strowman to kind of validate his push. And then the Intercontinental title match. That one's kind of tough to say because I don't know if they want to. I'm actually kind of mad Miz lost the IC title because I wanted to see him go into Mania with the title. I guess I get that. I don't mind seeing Ambrose win the title. It kind of made sense just because of all the stuff he had to go through to get the title. But it's kind of like it was just kind of out, and it's a nice surprise. But I think the Miz was like perfect guy to go into Mania as champion. And if they did, and having him just win the title, if he just won the title back again, it would just be kind of like forced.
Yeah, why are they flip flopping the title?
But I have no clue what the IC title match could be now. Maybe Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. That's a thought.
I got one good here, but I have my card all set up. If you like,
I don't have a card. I just kind of throw ideas out and see.
Okay.
I actually had the match I was gonna say before the SmackDown tonight was Miz versus Daniel Bryan, or Miz versus like an NXT call up that Daniel Bryan calls up. But now that Ambrose just won the title, I legit don't know who could face what the IC title match could be. Actually, now a match that I did think of is Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Since Dolph Ziggler just turned heel and Ambrose won the title as a face, that's the one I could see happening. So,
yep. All right. So
now we got the two. Now I got the two world title matches. I got to say. For the WWE Universal title, a lot of ideas I came to mind after watching Raw this week. Obviously, they could do Roman Reigns versus Goldberg for the Universal title, which sounds good. I was actually like thinking I would want to see this match, but when you really think about it, that match probably would be a piece of crap because Roman Reigns would have to carry Goldberg, and I don't think Roman Reigns could. Not saying that Goldberg is bad, but I don't think Roman Reigns could carry a match. I just think that match would be really bad. That match would suck probably.
Yep.
But you know, seeing them come up together face to face, I did kind of feel something there. But I don't want to see Roman Reigns as a Universal Champion. They could do Goldberg versus Kevin Owens because they had a good altercation with each other. They could have Goldberg because what looks like it's going to happen with the Royal Rumble winner this year is if it's from Raw, they're going to face the Universal Champion, and if it's from SmackDown, they're going to face the WWE Champion because they didn't really explain that. But they kind of brought, you know, they kind of been teasing that. So I guess you don't get to choose this time. But yeah, other Universal title matches, we could get Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar, a match that everyone's wanted to see for a while. We could get Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in the rematch we never got from WrestleMania. But the one I think is going to happen is going to be because they've been building this match for a while. I think Jericho is going to win the Rumble, and we're going to get Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho because I really want to see that match. I've wanted to see it. I think we saw it like once before, but this match has a proper build-up, and I think Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho would be the perfect Universal Championship match at WrestleMania this year. And then obviously we got the Cena match. Like you said, it could be Baron Corbin. Obviously, I want to see The Undertaker, but I guess Undertaker isn't going to be a SmackDown guy because he's going to be appearing on Raw this week. I have a feeling he's a free agent. He's either on Raw or he's on SmackDown. It really doesn't matter. But I want to see Cena versus The Undertaker. It's the last chance to do this match, and it would really sell out WrestleMania. It would sell out better if Taker still had a streak. But you know they could do Taker versus Cena.
Still was the right decision.
What?
Still was the right decision.
I'm not saying it wasn't the right decision. I'm just saying this match would have more hype if Taker still had a streak. They could do if Finn Balor. Since now we're just doing the Finn Balor. They could do Finn Balor versus Owen for the Universal title. If Finn Balor comes back in time, which I don't know if he would.
He won't be at the Rumble, but he'll be back for Mania. I think that was.
Yeah, I heard about that. So if he wins he could win the Rumble and face Owens or Reigns if he wins the title. So. And obviously, but I want to see Taker versus Cena. And then obviously, for the Goldberg. Obviously, we know Goldberg's facing Brock Lesnar. What's probably going to happen is in the Rumble, Brock Lesnar is going to eliminate Goldberg and just beat the crap out of him, and either Brock Lesnar will just get eliminated somehow from the Rumble, and it will be Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, and Brock Lesnar is going to get his win back that he should have never even lost in the first place. And then obviously we have I'm not saying this is the main event, but if this is the main event, then this match will suck because we know how this guy wrestles in the main event. I think you know, John, what I'm about to say. It's going to be Seth Rollins versus Triple H. It's the matchup that they've been building to for a while. And I think once this match finally happens, hopefully Rollins will be a better babyface. And I hope they hype this. And this match is going to be awesome just because Triple H, he was pretty much I messed that up. Seth Rollins was pretty much Triple H's creation. You know, he was the first NXT champion. He was the guy they chose to win out of the Shield. They have so much history. You have Triple H who cost Seth Rollins the Universal title. It's a matchup we were going to probably get last year if Rollins didn't get injured. So those are like a few matches I have out there that it could happen at WrestleMania. Not necessarily a full card, but the ones I think that are actually going to happen, I can say now a full card, is the Cruiserweight ladder match I said. I'm not going to say the competitors again. You can go back and watch it. Like I said, the SmackDown tag titles, I don't know. It's up in the air. Raw tag team titles, give me Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass. I really want to see that match. I want to see Enzo and Cass finally win the tag titles. And then we have so that's like the third match. SmackDown Women's title match. Give me Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James or Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. One of the two. Raw Women's title match. I want to see. I think the one they're gonna do is the triple threat, but I want to see a one-on-one match with Bayley and Sasha. And then obviously the IC title match. Like I said, I don't know just because of what happened. Give me Ambrose versus heel Dolph Ziggler. That would be awesome. I actually predicted that match was gonna happen last year at Mania, where Ziggler was gonna turn heel because they kind of did stuff with it last year. I remember, but they never got to pan out. And then the U.S. title match: Strowman versus Reigns, and then the Universal title match. Give me Owens versus Jericho. I forgot one title, the WWE World Championship match. The most important belt in the company, and I forgot about it. That's what happens when you have so many championships. Give me Styles versus Samoa Joe. Or Styles versus Apollo Crews, but this is not going to happen. Or Styles, I'm going to say Styles versus Samoa Joe would be the one I want. Or Nakamura. If Nakamura drops the NXT title by then, I'm kind of a little bit behind on NXT. And then obviously we have, the big matches: Taker versus Cena, Goldberg versus Brock, Rollins versus Triple H. Those are. I actually would be fine with that card for WrestleMania. And obviously I forgot one match: the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't know if you want to have anybody win it. Have either Sami Zayn. I actually would just say Sami Zayn win it. I couldn't because it would be a nice moment for Sami Zayn. So, or the Miz, since I didn't put him in a match. So I just said all the matches I would like to see at WrestleMania. The card I came up with, I don't think it's too bad. But like I said, I'm not really booking it for my own personal gripe. I'm just kind of booking what looks like is going to happen. So, it's not really like my stuff. It's like kind of like their stuff, but what me predicted it. So. Now that I've said my stuff, John, you can say your written down code. I think we might have the same stuff, or we might have completely different stuff. I have no idea.
Okay, so I'll start with the pre-show. That was going to bother me. I'm sorry. Okay, are we good? Okay, I hear no echo. Good. All right, so the pre-show I have tag team turmoils for the tag team titles. Basically, it's the elimination style. You start with one team, two teams, and then one gets eliminated, and last one standing wins the belts.
Which tag team title is it for?
Doesn't matter. I'll say Raw titles because because I have nothing for the SmackDown titles here.
They may not even get on.
I don't think they'll get on the show. I think most of them will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is on the show. I haven't decided the winner yet because of all the other stuff I have here. All right, so I would open the show with the Cruiserweight six-man ladder match for the Cruiserweight title. Neville as champion, going up against Cedric Alexander, T.J. Perkins, D. Brian Kendrick, Rich Swann, and Tajiri. I would have Cedric Alexander win the title here and establish himself as the man of the Cruiserweights.
Hopefully that happens.
Yep. I would follow it up with a... Man, I don't really have much of an undercard. Okay, I'll do the... I guess I'll do the SmackDown Women's titles match first. I have Asuka versus Alexa, who will be champion going in, versus Natalya. Asuka will win the belt here at WrestleMania. Next up will be the Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn match, which I told you, for the U.S. belt. Braun coming in as champion, where Sami wins the belt, obviously. Next, I would have the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton finish here, where everyone is so happy that they're going to see this. I would have Randy Orton win.
I actually forgot about that one. I was going to say that one too.
Actually, no, strike that. Bray Wyatt wins this match. He gets his first WrestleMania win.
That's probably not going to happen, though.
Fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental title. The Miz versus champion Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler versus Apollo Crews. In a 4-way for the IC belt. Okay. Next up will be John Cena versus Baron Corbin. Actually, hold on a second. I might need to restructure this card because I think I might put the IC belt in the dead spot. Because there's a lot of matches back to back here when we get to the main event spots here.
Yeah.
Because here's what else I got. For the WWE title, I have AJ versus Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Triple Threat.
That's nice.
For the Universal belt, I have Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns, where I'll have Jericho win the belt.
Oh, really?
Anyone but Reigns. That's my motto, and I'm sticking to it. I have The Undertaker versus Finn Balor, where I'll have Balor win actually over Undertaker and put Undertaker into retirement. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I know I'm a big Taker fan too, but I would like to see the young guy go over, please. Brock and Goldberg, I want to last a minute and 30 seconds and have Brock win.
I should have Brock Lesnar. You should have Brock Lesnar be a minute. You should have that match be a minute, less than a minute. You should have Brock Lesnar destroy him.
3 seconds.
Oh wait, that's what you said. 3 seconds.
30 seconds exactly on the dot. 30 seconds, and I want to see James' reaction when that happens.
Then you'll say the same thing that we've been saying. Oh, this is stupid. Why did they do this? And then we're gonna be like, doesn't this sound? Well, actually, you'll be like, because I won't be saying it. Doesn't this sound familiar?
Yep. I also have Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. And finally, I have Seth Rollins versus Triple H. So that's my entire card. I have it all written up here on Google Docs, which I will share with you if you want to take a look at it. I haven't decided on the winner yet. So this is not like stuff I want to see, but this is stuff I kind of have a feeling they're going with. I mean, the AJ Styles triple threat match, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's probably just going to be AJ and Joe. Who knows? I got no clue. In terms of tag team turmoils, I think I'll just have, for the Raw tag titles, I think I'll have Enzo and Cass win, have the big WrestleMania win, and have the titles, which people always want to see. Of course, I have AJ keep the title. I actually have Corbin go over Cena. I have Balor go over. Notice something here what I'm doing here with this card here. All except for one match, of course.
Yeah.
I have Corbin go over Cena. I have Balor go over Taker. I have Rollins go over H, obviously. Do you realize something on that? All the matches I just named?
They're all people from the future.
Yeah, people from the future are getting put over by the old guys. Weird how that works.
I feel like only Cena would not put over. I feel like Corbin would beat Cena ever. That would not happen. Like WWE booking it.
It may happen. I'm not saying it will. And to be fully honest, I fully expect Roman Reigns to win the Universal title at WrestleMania 33, and and everyone's just shitting on it again.
Yep.
I don't think they should do that. And I think what I have here is an excellent card. I think I haven't decided on the Andre the Memorial Battle Royal winner yet. Seriously, I usually want.
Give it to Duke the Dumpster Diver.
Duke the Dumpster Diver. How about the Yeti? I'll give it to the Yeti. There we go. That's officially the winner.
Give it to JTG.
In his grand return.
Give it to actually, I'm not gonna diss the Battle Royal because it did actually help make Baron Corbin into somewhat a star. Actually, it only helped one guy.
Here's the thing, though. I think they do see something in Corbin, which tells me they might actually have him get Cena put him over.
I'm still scared though that Cena's winning the WWE World Title. I'm scared.
Lord help us if that happens.
I have a feeling it's coming by the way they're building it up.
If that happens, you know what I'm going to go to immediately? I'm immediately going to BruceSportsNetwork.com because he's going to have himself a freak out unlike any other. Those of you who don't know, he's...
And everyone's gonna, I think like James and Chris would be like, this isn't bad thing. That Cena put him over at SummerSlam. He put him over at Money in the Bank. He's got to win something here. It's like, no.
No, you don't. Brock Lesnar never... Ready? Brock Lesnar. You know, the top guy, the best attraction in wrestling. Taker never beat him. Clean.
Yeah.
That, right?
Yeah, he never beat him.
Yeah, he always put over Brock. And guess what? Brock became a star. You got to put people over to make them become stars.
And isn't it better too if Cena finally has the one guy that he can't beat?
Yeah, I mean, hey, like you can say that. Oh well, they have that with Daniel Bryan, but we already like Bryan. But someone who, like AJ should go over. Will they do it? Probably not. I fully expect Kevin Owens walking out of the show as champion. I don't think Roman's winning the title at the Rumble.
I have a feeling what's going to happen. We'll probably predict this when we get there in the after show corner. Even though Jericho's hung above the cage, I feel like he's going to like toss Owens like a weapon or something.
Pepper spray. My call is pepper spray or some sort of spray in the eyes. That's my guess. And Owens would hit him with that. That's my guess. As soon as I saw the gimmick, as soon as I saw the shark cage, like that's the finish. Because you know why? It's always the finish.
Yeah.
The guy from the cage dropped something.
Takeover though, it almost was the finish, but actually the Authors of Pain won clean when they did that finish.
Yeah, I know, but like each match I've seen, it's always the same finish. Well, man, the guy from the cage dropped something for the someone to use, and sometimes it backfires, but that's a whole different thing.
But yeah, I have a feeling Cena is beating Styles, and everyone's gonna like everybody that has a brain gonna like shit all over it. I think you and I even called this too, that something like this would happen. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but we even said Cena's losing a lot of matches clean. Everyone, but I think you and I, John, were smart enough to see we know where this is going.
Oh yeah, no, but AJ had that first match with Cena, and AJ didn't he win with like a low blow or with interference from the club? I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, and he signed the contract where they weren't supposed to come out there.
Yep. As soon as that happened, I said, no matter what happens, Cena will get the last laugh. And I totally remember Steve ripping me to shreds for saying that.
You know what the thing is, too? I'm actually somewhat hopeful because let's put it this way. We thought Cena was going to get the last laugh at SummerSlam. Didn't happen.
Yep, it didn't happen. Is Cena going up to film?
That was one clean.
Yeah, is Cena going up to film a movie then?
I don't know. But then the triple threat, people probably thought Cena was going to get the last laugh there. It didn't happen. So let's hope Cena's going off to film a movie because then Styles can win clean again.
Yeah, okay, so movie, John Cena movie. That's what I'm typing in.
Please.
Oh, God, help us. This 39-year-old's going to win the title. And you know what? It'd be such a Vince McMahon move to have, John Cena tie Ric Flair's record for most.
Yeah.
For you know what I mean by that. Tie it against Mr. TNA himself, the biggest internet darling in the past 10 years.
I actually kind of think it's because I feel like Mr. TNA. I feel like even though he's behind AJ Styles, I feel like he doesn't want to have Mr. TNA walk in with his title at WrestleMania. I feel like that's the Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Okay, so what can we really expect from John Cena in 2017? Not much, but. Well,
I do like the story they're doing with Cena though, where it looks like where they're saying people think I'm done, but I'm not done. I'm just I do like that storyline, but it scares.
It's always the same. I know it because it always ends the same.
Because him saying this stuff, like saying I'm not done yet, I'm not washed up, scares me.
Yeah, you know why? Because every time I see it, it ends the same way. Cena wins. LOL. People near it freak out. People hate it. And you know what?
To be honest, John, you know what? I don't. You know what? I'm not really gonna. I don't think. You know what the funny thing is? I should be pissed off that it's coming, but I'm not even pissed off really that it's coming, and I don't think I'm gonna be pissed off when it happens. Like as I would be like if when he beat Owens, when he beat Wyatt, when he buried the Nexus. I have no idea why. I just won't be pissed.
You know why? Because I'm empathetic. It doesn't affect me anymore. I'm not
Yeah.
getting all worked up over like John Cena winning the title because it's the same thing over and over again.
And at least Styles, because one clean, I think one clean beat Cena clean twice.
Not one. Well, had win twice, but really once. But
yeah, I wasn't counting the first match they had at Money in the Bank. I was counting actually No Mercy because I know technically he used a chair, but it is legal in a match. So
yeah, so I count it. But here's the thing: I do see a finish happening where Baron Corbin costs John Cena the title.
I think I'm hoping that happens.
Now, what percentage do I give that? I give that about a 50-50 shot. It's not my. In fact, that actually might be my match prediction that Baron Corbin interferes in costing the title, and that's what stems off into their feud.
What about Carmella though? Dating James Ellsworth now, storyline wise. Where did that come from?
You know what? Thank God he's out of the main event scene, and thank God they're not doing the storyline with Nikki Bella anymore. Thank God, that was terrible. Both of them.
I kind of like the storyline they're doing with Nikki Bella and Natalya because it feels like real life shit, you know. But
yeah, I feel like Natalya's a better performer than Carmella. I think that's pretty obvious, but I'm not really, interested in seeing it. And as for
you marked out, I don't know. Did you see the promo that Natalya cut a couple weeks ago when she had finally revealed you? You got it. That was a great promo.
Yeah, when she called her a bitch, yeah, I was totally fine with that.
And then but yeah, obviously, when do you think Randy Orton's turning on the Wyatts? I see it happening at the Rumble.
I would say in between the Rumble and let's see here. I would say in between the Rumble and wherever the hell the next title picture is at. Because I think they're having Styles going at the they have Elimination Chamber, right? Does this not have Elimination Chamber?
Yes,
I think it would be smart if the Elimination Chamber contained AJ Styles as champion, going in as champion, and winning out of the skin of his teeth. Like if you ask me, like if we are gonna do the whole build up thing, I think what it should be, in terms of the six man in that match, should be obviously Styles as champion, then John, probably Dean, Baron Corbin, Miz, and Dolph. So those are your six. I would have Cena eliminate Corbin, and Corbin gets so pissed off that he hits the end of days on the steel structure to cost Cena the match, in which leads to their match at WrestleMania. And have in fact, what I would actually do is I would actually have Joe win the Rumble.
Oh yeah.
If it were up to me, it didn't between him or Jericho, because Joe wins the Rumble, so he has to pick between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, and of course he picks AJ Styles. Jericho wins the Rumble. We know he's picking, Kevin Owens, so it's good to have a little dialogue.
I don't know if that's how it's working this year though, because the guy from SmackDown, they're not making it seem like that you get to pick. It's making it seem like if a SmackDown star wins it, he goes after the WWE title. If a Raw superstar wins it, he goes after the Universal title.
Yeah, but Joe's a
NXT superstar.
See? That's what I was thinking.
Nakamura could win it too, but I keep hearing Nakamura want to be called up. It isn't going up in the main roster though.
He's not going up yet. There's no way he's going up next. All right, so the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view will be happening in Phoenix, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the actual second Elimination Chamber, which, begs the question of what the hell are they doing? See, that's to me what they should do. What they should do with with at least in the Elimination Chamber, what they really should do is that, because AJ Styles should walk out champ, go into WrestleMania against Joe for the title, and Joe wins the title. Cena's out of the picture, of course.
Yep.
But if Cena wins the title, I'm gonna be apathetic. I'll be like, we're gonna sit through another Cena title reign again.
I have a feeling if Cena won the title, they would do Cena versus Corbin for the title, and I'd rather see Styles versus. But I have a feeling they're not going to have Vince McMahon's not going to want to have Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. This is just how Vince McMahon thinks sometimes. 2 TNA stars wrestling in the main for his championship at WrestleMania.
I know that's a big problem. All right, is there anything else we have to talk about here, or is that it?
Let's see. Let's see if we missed anything. So we talked about both tag divisions. We talked about both the women's divisions on Raw and SmackDown. We talked about both the mid-card divisions. Well, there's really not much of a mid-card division on Raw since Roman Reigns is the champion fighting for the belt. There's not much. The mid-card division for SmackDown, I think, is really good. You probably didn't watch Talking Smack, but you should watch for Miz's promo. He has a great promo when he talks about how he gets screwed. What do you think about the fact that he said the stuff about what he's been saying about the Miz and Renee Young? Not the Miz and Dean Ambrose and Renee Young and everything.
I'm saying finally they're exploiting this in the storyline, and it's been done very well.
This is an example of how you can use a relationship really well. I think because it's the Miz, so he knows how to utilize it really well, and it came out of nowhere, and it's like it's not really completely taking over the storyline.
No, it's a part of it, and they actually might do a mixed tag match at oh god, they have Renee Young in the ring. Hopefully not. They might do a Booker T, Bobby Roode kind of thing. You remember that feud back in TNA when they had the feud over Charmel getting punched in the mouth? They might have a feud over that. I don't know.
That's done. You just made me hate that feud, I think.
Why? Because I just said that.
Well, because I don't want to see.
They're not going to do that. No, they'll just have like them accompanied into ringside, and where Renee Young, gets her revenge on Maurice for slapping her. That's basically what's going to be. That's the big payoff is going to be.
The funny thing is, too, it's like it's kind of nice to see this aggressive side of Renee Young when she slapped the Miz, because it's like you never see that side of Renee Young.
No, she's always nice and kind-hearted.
And then when she slapped the dog shit out of Miz, it was awesome. And then like I don't think she's not going to become a performer out of this, but like I think it's going to be like somehow she's going to get a revenge on Maurice.
Which is what I think is going to happen at the Rumble, where Maurice is about to interfere, where then Renee Young comes out, pulls her out of the apron, and beats the crap out of her. Which, of course, distracts Miz, and then when he turns around, Dirty Deeds, and Dean wins the title, Renee comes in, she hugs Dean Ambrose holds the title, everyone's all happy. The Miz and Maurice are foiled at their plots. So
that makes me question what the Miz is going to do at WrestleMania now. They could do I feel like they're not going to do the Fatal 4-Way you suggested.
No, I think they're just going to do Dean and Dolph again.
At WrestleMania, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah. All right, my phone's dying, so that's all.
All right, we'll just end off the video. Do you have any plugs or anything you want to shout out?
My usual stuff. Watch my channel, John Sunny. I will be doing reviews of WWE previews pretty soon, called Just a Quickie. And then we have a...
Wait, what are you doing on there?
They're quick 5-minute reviews of WWE previews.
Oh, wow.
As I'm going to sum up everything that happened on the show in 5 minutes.
Can you do that in 5 minutes?
I can. I'm a very fast talker. And, of course, the Football Reporters, which I will be putting up a show tomorrow. And I will be putting up a show on Friday, previewing Wildcard Weekend, talking about the coaching firings, talking about all that, and top free agents. So that's what I'll be doing this week.
Make sure to check out my other channels, my CM Brothers channel. I'm about to upload What's Better, What Was SmackDown. I still don't know what was better yet. I think maybe SmackDown slightly, but they were both pretty close because they both had some good and some bad. But I can get into that in the What's Better, What Was SmackDown. Check out my own The Talkinator channel because I'm gonna try to get some content up there. I'm gonna try. I'm hoping to get some Walking Dead, Breaking Bad reviews up there and all that. And make sure to check out this channel, obviously, because I'm going to try to start the Royal Rumble review series. I haven't. I know, John, you're going to be like, what happened? You should have started it already, but I slacked off, so I apologize. Slacker.
Slacker, yeah. Hold on a second. I can get myself bald here because I look like Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future. Slacker.
I thought you were going to try to do James Ellsworth again.
You mean that's...
Yes. But anyhow, yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. John, say goodbye to everybody.
Fuck all you all.
What'd you say to him?
I said fuck off. That's what
Goodbye.
I said.
Oh, we should have ended the video like that. We kind of ruined it.
Oh, sorry. Fuck off.